That's looking up to the two observation posts up on that hill. So I'm heading for that one right up the top, and then there's that one on the right hand side as well. Cracker of a day today. It's quite busy out here, as I expected it would be. This is a popular day trip for people in Christchurch. Yeah, there's a big old group of people riding miniature motorcycles coming out here. Must be going for a ride. It's a mountain biker coming up over the hill. So that's battery observation post 3. Well, observation post 3 was just one of many up here on Godley Head. Coastal defences built in the late 30s because they were worried about people coming in and invading through the harbours down here in the South Island. Yeah. So all of these observation posts further up the hills here, they were all connected to the big gun batteries right down at the bottom of Godley Head. You haven't been able to get down to the gun batteries down at Godley Head for some time because they've been closed. They found asbestos out there. Information board inside. There's a wee window at the back of the bunker there that looks up towards Lyttleton Harbor, so we'll just go have a look. So that's looking up Lyttleton Harbor. Window looking across over to Godley Head. That's the view over to Godley Head. So Godley Head is the other side of Lyttleton Harbor. That's looking out to Lyttleton Heads from inside observation post 3. Yeah, you got a really good view of the whole mouth of the harbour there. You can see why they put an observation post up here. You can see all of Pegasus Bay and all the way round to the start of the outer bays of Lyttleton, Banks Peninsula. So they would have been able to direct fire really well from up here. They still have some of the armour plating here at this observation point. Yeah, so you can see it's only a couple of millimetres thick, so would have been okay for like shell fragments, but like big chunks of shell or a direct hit just would have wiped this out. They covered the top of it with soil and then planted it with grass, so it kind of blended into the surrounds a wee bit. I think that probably would have been some kind of storage shed on the back for, I don't know, kerosene or maybe some kind of electrical generator. There are some pegs on the ground there. You would have needed power here to run all the equipment. There's a view from the Lyttleton Harbour side of the observation point. It's in an excellent position. No doubt during the war they probably had it covered up with camo nets as well. it's a bit stupid. There's a big massive pile of spoil there from when they dug that observation post out. It's the kind of thing that like naval observers on big ships would have been looking for when they were coming into the harbour. So that would have been like a ablution block for the observation post. Toilets, showers probably. It's looking down on the observation post from the nearby trig point. I can't remember what this point is, but like I'll put it here at the bottom of the screen. There's the trig point. This is the highest point out here on Godley Peninsula. This is the view from that trig point up on Godley Head. You can see for miles right out to the horizon. And over to Godley Head over the other side over there. Going around Mount Herbert, Lyttleton Harbor, and then back towards Evans Pass. So that's a observation post up on Godley Head. Let's go have a look. This is battery observation post 1. At one time there was a whole defence installation up here on Godley Head. Observation towers, they had some guns, searchlight batteries. This was one of the observation towers. I'll go inside and show you. It's got awesome views out to Pegasus Bay. So there's not much in this observation post now, but in times past there would have been like a big massive telescope there for looking for ships. They used to have armoured plates around this observation windows with glass on the inside, but that's been taken away long ago. Yeah, and then they would have had like a whole setup of radios over in the corner. Lines down to the guns and to the other parts of the installation. This was manned by the Home Guard and by Navy personnel during the Second World War, and roughly 1,000 to 1,500 people served here between 1938 and 1944. So this is from inside observation post 1. You can see the magnificent view that it had of the whole of Pegasus Bay, and also out to the heads of Lyttleton over here on the other side. Yeah, that's looking out at the heads of Lyttleton Harbor to some of the outer bays. So I can't remember what the name of that first bay there is, but the one over that headland directly in front of us, that's Port Levy, and then you've got other ones out there, Pigeon Bay, O'Kane's Bay. There's a whole series of them going around the peninsula. Yeah, so I'm up on the roof of the observation post number 1 and looking down to Godley Heads. There's Christchurch off in the distance. There was a battery of 6-inch guns down on Godley Head, and basically they had observation officers up here keeping a watch out for ships and submarines and merchant raiders that were trying to get into Lyttleton Harbor. They found asbestos out where those defence installations are, out closer to the edge of the cliffs. Probably about 4 years ago, and the whole area has been closed off. I don't know if it's open yet or not. I haven't been up here for a wee while. And so they had telephone lines from here down to the guns, and when they saw the ships coming, they could give the guns firing directions and, you know, direct fire and that kind of thing. Yeah. So there's more of these. They're scattered all over the top of these hills. This is one. There's another one further up the hill that I won't go to, and then there's a whole series of them actually down there, down on Godley Head. There's a machine gun pillbox just down from the observation post number 2. There's piles of these all over the hills out here, so you know it was a waste of time having those observation posts if you didn't actually back them up. So these would have had like a line of fire down to any likely way people could get up the hill up to the guns. Yeah. So I mean, if you look from here, you could actually hit targets down on that headland over there with a machine gun. So it's quite effective. I'm just sitting up on a rock up above the car park on Godley Head, just having something to eat, just having some lunch. It's really busy down there. There's like a whole lot of people on motorbikes that just turned up, or I would have sat down there because there's picnic tables and like a set of toilets and, you know, some information panels. It's quite a good place to stop down there, but it's just too busy. So I'll just have my lunch and then I'll walk down the hill there and we'll have a look and see what the signs say. But I don't see people walking around by the defence installation, so I'm thinking the track's probably closed.